If the Glyph interface is not going to be around on the flagship phone, then we should have something else that fulfills those criteria. But this time we're going to use a very, very new chip from this year. It's going to be our first true flagship. It's going to be the best smartphone we've ever made. Everything will be better than its predecessor from a material standpoint, from a performance standpoint.
About a month ago, you went on the Android show, and out of nowhere, you dropped that Phone 3 is going to cost somewhere in the realm of pounds.
Hey, what's up guys? We have a new flagship in town and it's not from iPhone or Samsung. Surprisingly, it's not even from Google. I'm talking about, of course, the Phone 3 from Nothing. One of the most anticipated smartphones in a while, and I think it rightfully deserved so. So what should we expect from the Nothing Phone 3? Nothing released a podcast with Carl Pei, the CEO, which is by far one of the most wholesome CEOs I've ever seen in a while. I absolutely love Carl Pei's transparency as a CEO, especially in the world of tech sharks where people get greedier and less transparent and, quite annoying sometimes. One of the main shticks of the Nothing brand is the transparency. You can see it even in their back of their smartphones. You can see it even in the community. The community of Nothing are full of tech enthusiasts. People like me and you probably that watch this video. I think this is one of the most wholesome thing about this whole company. The whole shtick is transparency, and they even review other smartphones. What company does that?
But if you want the best, I think, especially in terms of camera, 14 Pro is my recommendation. It's really hard to tell the difference between this one and the S22 Ultra.
Because I don't know if you've noticed, but Nothing is one of the last big name smartphone companies that isn't heavily pushing a ton of AI stuff in their new phones.
I like big name, like we're now 0.1% of the market, so I think it's quite far away from big name.
So their whole shtick is being transparent and so on and so on. But apart from transparency, one of the ways Nothing got the attention of a lot of tech enthusiasts is their design language, their software, mostly their software, and surprisingly very good pricing for earbuds, which nobody expected that when Nothing released their first products. Like, everybody knew Carl Pei and everybody knew him from OnePlus. The years have gone by and now Nothing has established themselves as one of the most exciting new companies in the smartphone world, and rightfully so. Let's talk about the Phone 3, which is a phone that I've been waiting for 2 years actually. I kind of regret getting my Xiaomi 14 when I heard the news of the Nothing Phone 3 coming and actually being confirmed that it's going to be a flagship smartphone, because I was expecting it last year. Like last summer, I was expecting a Nothing Phone 3 release. Okay, so we got that out of the way. So what should we expect in the Nothing Phone 3 so far? First of all, there are rumors that they killed the Glyph interface, and I know a lot of the Nothing community got pretty mad about it.
I think recently we saw a tweet saying that we killed the Glyph, and then there's been lots of ambiguous name and date teasers going out. Is there anything you can tell us about what's going on there?
If the Glyph interface is not going to be around on the flagship phone, then we should have something else that fulfills those criteria.
I don't mind because I honestly think that, the Glyphs were just, a shtick to get attention. However, if the rumors are true, if the Glyph interface is dead, I think they will actually come with something creative as well, especially in the design. And I'm quite curious about it, The second thing is Carl Pei confirmed the processor that we should expect in the Phone 3.
But this time we're going to use a very, very new chip from this year, the Snapdragon 8S Gen 4.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's the first time we're using a current year chipset.
It's not the most flagship Android processor you can get from Qualcomm, but it's in that bracket. It's like having, a M1 and M1 Pro, for example. That's how it works. The 8 Elite is like the top, and then you have the 8S Gen 4. Smartphone CPUs are already pretty powerful for what we need. We actually don't even use them at the full capabilities. One of the things that, Nothing has as a shtick is the software experience. And to be honest, they actually deliver with that pretty well. The updates are very regular and pretty stable. And one of the things that I didn't expect when I had a Nothing Phone 1 on my hands, for the camera, especially the video, to be so good. So I expect on the Phone 3 the video to be a bit better. Of course, you shouldn't have high expectations of the Phone 3. It's going to be their first flagship. And I actually believe that it's going to come with some flaws. But I believe that if we give Nothing room to grow, we'll actually get better and better products in the future. Speaking of products, by the way, Nothing, please send me, please send me a review unit. I would absolutely love to review the Phone 3. And second, here's a list of Nothing products I would love to see. And one of them is actually confirmed by Carl Pei himself. I would love to see headphones.
News recently was the release and announcement of Sony's XM6, hotly anticipated over-ear headphones. Do you follow this category closely?
Traditionally, no.
Okay.
But because we're also thinking about this category.
It's not earbuds, headphones. Like straight on the ear, not over the ear, on the ear. Actually, over the ear as well. But I love to see headphones. Wired and Bluetooth, because I work in video editing, and I believe if I had, some wired headphones, it would be so good. The second is laptops. I'll be genuinely so curious how Nothing would pull off making a laptop. I would actually believe that they would do it on Linux. I don't think they would go on Windows, because Linux is like the equivalent of Android. Probably they'll be using something like Arch to code a Nothing skin from the ground up. I'll be very, very, very excited about a Nothing laptop. One more thing that I would love to see in Nothing smartphones, in NothingOS especially. Something admirable about Carl Pei is that he doesn't want the Nothing phones to be increasing the screen time. His whole design language is about minimalizing the screen time on their smartphone. But I'll also love to see a very colorful looking skin on Nothing. I'm a guy. I'm the type of guy that enjoys colorful, as you can see, colorful skins and wallpapers and stuff. So I would love for Nothing to actually, give us a more colorful skin for those who want it. And maybe a second thing I would love to see actually, two more things I would love to see in the NothingOS is maybe a very minimalistic Samsung DeX-like feature, especially now that they have a flagship coming up. I think that would be so cool if they actually also deliver on that. We don't even need something crazy, just something, even if you put a terminal based on experience, I'll still be glad. The third thing I would also love to see in a Nothing phone is... Wait, well... I actually got quite nothing in my head. I forgot my idea. Bro. I forgot my idea. Oh my god. This is what happens when you don't use scripts and actually talk on the top of the head anyway. My name is Reynald. I'm on my way to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm a tech enthusiast, and you're watching tech reacts and reviews on my channel. If you liked what I said, click like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't, thank you for watching till the end. Stay smart, stay curious. I will see you in the next time. Bye.